For this one I'm going to pull a stringer, which is basically melting a ball of glass and stretching it into a thinner strand that we can use later on to decorate our bead.
Okay. So we commence with 2 pieces of glass?
You can either melt one rod of glass through the center and push it into a ball, or bring 2 pieces together and push and push. A little bit of a stress fracture there, it's okay, we'll keep melting. Push together until we've got a ball of glass the size we need to draw out a strand or stringer of glass, as we call it.
So that's looking quite liquid now.
It's really quite soft, yeah. So when we think we've got enough and the temperature's about right, we come out of the flame, watching for the color temperature, feeling the viscosity of the glass, and when we feel that things are just right, we start to pull away and we make our strand or stringer of glass.
Oh, it's fascinating the way it just thins down like that.
Whilst it's very hot, it becomes more transparent, but as it cools again, it'll become pure white.
So now you actually know that it's finished because it feels quite tight.
It's gone rigid already.
Okay.
We just burn that end off, bring in our tweezers, little drop of water, thermally shock it here, and it falls to the bench to cool down.
Okay. We're making another bead here, and what Ray's going to do is, once the bead is made and whilst it's really hot and molten, he's going to take the stringer that you saw him make previously, and he's going to decorate the bead with little white dots.
Yeah, we're just building up a canvas, a black canvas of glass, albeit molten at the moment. It is black, I assure you. And once it's taken on a set and I've got the size of bead that I want, then we're ready to decorate.
What do you mean taken on a set?
Well, set in its shape, shall we say, and this is the gravity thing I'm watching and revolving.
Okay.
And when some of that red glow goes away, we know it's starting to take on a set and it's no longer moving. I'll just place my rod down there, ready for use later on, and reach for my stringer. And now the stringer's a lot thinner than a glass rod, so it takes considerably less heat to actually melt it. I'm just going to bring this into the flame gently, and with working outside the flame, touch, melt, go 180 degrees round to the other side, touch it on, melt it off. And again, a quarter, and another quarter. Now then, we're going to fill in the gaps just slightly off center, and touch on, burn off, touch on, burn off.
And you can only do this with a bead that's hot. You couldn't have a bead that had been made, cooled, and then add...
That's right, the thermal shock on another bead, which is cooled, it would just shatter. So we have to work on hot glass on hot glass.
Okay.
It's quite a steady hand, and it's good if you can set up your workspace so you can rest your arms down. Now then, I put these dots on, but just to get them exactly the right height, we're going to reheat the whole thing, and they'll settle back into the position I want them to be, and hopefully the right size. And that white glass is gone very opalescent and semi-transparent at the moment, but as this cools down, it'll turn that crisp white again that we have in the stringer and in the white glass. And we're ready to place that into our kiln.